fam, welcome back to Further Internet. I am Keeyaria, and today we are going to do the second video in the Read It For Yourself series, if you will. Here we're going to talk about very common Bible verses and their meanings, and we're just going to hop right into it. All right, so for the first one that we're going to go over today will be in Proverbs 3:5-6. If you did not see the very first video, I suggest you to watch that and then watch this one, but it's going to be the same layout. I will suggest you guys to go and read Proverbs 3 for yourself, because I'm not going to read it all here. Definitely read it and then come back and hear the notes that I have for these verses. All right, so Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take." All right. This version is different than the one that I know. The version that I know is, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways trust in him, and he will keep your path straight." That's what I was taught, but tomato. So let's go ahead and get into the summary and the learning points. All right, so let's go ahead and hop right into the summary and the learning points. This is a cry for us believers to not do anything based on our feelings alone. The 7th verse says, "Don't be wise in your own eyes," meaning don't try to make things make sense in your head. The entire chapter is about trusting the Lord with everything: possessions, heart, your path in life, etc. Learning points. The Lord has a plan for your life. You just have to trust him. Take all of you and place it with all of him and trust his plan. Keep God's teaching/commands in your heart. We have Bibles and Bible apps on our phones, yes, but the quickest thing we can get to is whatever we have stored up in our brain and our heart. Store it up, because eventually you're going to need it. Lean in on the instructions of God. Don't say no, but trust in him. That is not a plan to harm you or hurt you. Now, if you've never dived into Proverbs, it's such a good book. So good. It's a book basically talking about wisdom and knowledge. If you hear noise, it's the people on top of me. They're always loud. Basically, I was saying that Proverbs is a really good book to read. You can learn so much. I highly recommend it for people who don't know where to start whenever you're reading the Bible. I've heard a good recommendation, which I think would be good, to read a proverb a day. Proverbs have 31. Is it 31 or 30? I believe it's 31 chapters. Yeah, 31 chapters. So just read the proverb of the day, and it's always good for me. Let's go ahead and go into the second one, right? For the second one, we'll be in John chapter 3. Again, I'm not going to read the entire chapter. Please read it, pause this video, and then come back whenever you're done. But we're just going to hop into it. John 3:16. "For this is how God loved the world. He gave his one and only Son, so that everyone who believes in him would not perish, but have eternal life." That's John 3:16. Now let's go ahead and get into the summary and the learning points. Nicodemus is having a conversation with Jesus. Nicodemus is a Jewish religious leader. In their conversation, he was asking Jesus questions. John 3:16 is a part of Jesus' answer to the question, how can we be born again? Learning points. Number 1, just because you have a title does not mean you know everything. With Nicodemus being a leader in the church, one would think that he knows everything. This passage shows that he did not. He had honest questions, and Jesus gave him honest answers. Never be afraid to ask questions, even if you think that it might be a stupid question. Number 2, verse 19 talks about God's light coming into the world. Matthew 5:13-16 talks about being the salt and light of the world. Just as God brought light into the world, we should be shining our light, spreading the gospel, living a godly life, and producing fruit. All right, guys, this is another short, to the point video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you're watching this, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.